My name's Greg, I'm the event organiser for Bart's Bash race at Redditch Sailing Club. It's a beautiful day. We've got our boats out on the water practising for the race. Our race is going to start at 12 o'clock and we're expecting around 35 boats on the water, which along with our duty crew and organisers is about 80% of our club membership actively involved. We're really excited about this and we wish everybody the best. So bish bash bosh!
So many boats, so you need no dip in the line and them going the wrong way through the line. Exactly, yeah. Yeah.
Are you doing 10, 5, 4, 1?
Here we go, Redditch Sailing Club. We're just coming up to the start of our Bart's Bash race. As you'll see, we've got limited water here, so we've got about 37 boats signed up to start. We're going off in 3 waves. There's a wave every 3 minutes. We're coming up to the 0 start, will be in a couple of minutes' time. We've got some absolute rookies who are on our RYA level 1 course who will be taking part. They will be starting last along with some of our juniors to make sure that everything's clear. But this is like boats everywhere on this lake. It's a wonderful sight. Start line will be between 2 blue marks. That was the 1 minute.
Yeah, because we think that's a community cover downstairs. Yeah, so that's fine. Well, not she's tried, she didn't have any, but... You're right. Yeah, this is a big race. It's for the Sparks challenge to get 25 boats out. So
Coming up to the 0 start now, there are about 10 boats starting on this start. They'll be massing to the right hand side of the line between the 2 blue marks. And that's the start of the Bart's Bash race. All clear, and Miracle moving away first.
Oh, okay, we go. So, you're okay now with our...
Yeah.
Well, yeah, Debbie said
Just as after, yeah, but I think that'd be okay. Give it a few weeks and then check it through. And everything can change.
Yeah.
You happy to play the track? Yeah. We just have to rent it.
Yeah.
It's very hard to get. Okay, I'm not exactly sure. 1 minute 20.
Okay, we're about 1 minute 20 seconds away from the 3 minute start, which is when some of our faster boats will be racing. But there's still boats getting round to get back to the right side of the start line.
Oh, yeah.
Possibly 37.
I just counted 37, that's what I was imagining.
Coming up to the start of the 3. There's still a couple of boats late starting from the 0. There's a Comet and a Firefly just starting, and 2 more Comets not yet started.
Three, 2, 1.
That was the start of the second wave, an Enterprise starting. There's Solution, Lasers, Phantoms, Laser Vago. Some boats a bit late for their start, but they're going to get there. Okay, about 1 minute to go for the final wave of the start.
Yeah, can you give me a heads up before you press the buzzer? Because she'll go berserk otherwise. It used to make you cry when you were a baby.
So this start is for the toppers, the mirrors and the Laser 2000s, which form part of our race training.
Five, 4, 3, 1.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 or 9 boats on that start. A couple of late starters from the previous one. So the race is well and truly underway now.
I'm going out to the committee boat. I'll stay in this area.
Okay. So the lead 2 boats are already round the first mark. There's James Dawes leading in a streaker, followed by Margot Bish in a Miracle. Next boat round, Ross Crawford in a Comet, followed by Dave Day in the Solo. But that's a lot of boats all sailing together in the middle of the lake. Middle of that first beat. That's quite a sight. And there's a Laser 2000 that I think was a late starter coming up. Here we go. And these are people on our level 1 course. Been on it for 2 days and they're all doing pretty well.
Jay and I out there now doing our
And here's a late starter who had a gear failure just coming up to start the race. It's Firefly with Lynn Turley at the helm, 3477. Some of our rookies still finding their way up the beat. Mirror going very nicely. A couple of the boats off the training, getting it going now. There they go. Yay. Leading boats, the first couple have done 2 legs of the course already.
You're okay, you're going well.
Quite a sight. I don't normally see this many boats out. fleet's already well spread out, as you would expect, with 3 different starts. And some rookies enjoying their first race at the back of the fleet. Perhaps next year they'll be at the front of the fleet. Officer of the day and official steward for the race, Mike Squirrel.
Thank you very much.
And in the background, the leading boats just coming up to do their first lap, led by the streaker James Dawes, Margot Bish in the Miracle, Dave Day solo, Ross Crawford Comet, Dave Jackson first of the faster boats coming through into the Enterprise, and there's the Phantom with Andy Beardshaw. First of the lasers, Pete Gale. And here's Pat Lloyd in the Comet. Jason End in the Laser and Paul Fuller in the Vago. And coming up to the Leeward Mark, Firefly, Alice Devine's on the inside. There's Dave Nixon, a Rocket, followed by Mark Crowther, who came second in the Solution Open meeting we held yesterday. Behind him the second Phantom, Alan Jones, and then a cluster of other boats coming on round. Pete riding is coming duo. And there's Ian Sykes and his laser. Pete Anderson in the background behind him. And then Adrian Shepherd in the GP, followed by Bill Turley in his GP. Battle of the GPs. Then Elaine Hurley, Vicky Rose doing 720 turn, a 360 turn. Don Ricardo in his Miracle. Ben Calverley with his son in the Enterprise. Next boat round is Alan Shirley in a solo. And then 2 toppers who are 2 from the rookies fleet, so they're doing well. I think that's Josh Beardshaw and that's Beth Sykes. Next boat is the Mirror of Andy Jackson. Boats tacking up the slate here. Sounds easy enough.
Is there a training session now? We started.
So we've got 37 boats on the water, which out of a total membership, full membership of around 53. And we've got about 5 people involved in the organisation on the day. That's about 80% involvement from the club, which is fantastic. Bit of a pile up at the 3rd mark here.
I thought you were just going to push in.
It's a fine sight. We've got 3 of the rookie toppers all coming around the mark together. That's Josh Beardshaw, Dan Beardshaw and Lawrence Sykes, all doing well, keeping up with the big guys. In fact, they've caught some of them up. Here comes the lead boat coming up to finish, doing 2 laps before some of the other boats have actually done one. So horn. First boat finished. That's James Dawes in his brand spanking new streaker. Okay, here come the next two boats coming up to finish. This is second and third over the line. It's the solo of Dave Day, followed by the Phantom of Andy Beardshaw.
One each do I have to do.
Yep. That's it. And again. Second and third. Fourth boat coming up is the Enterprise of Dave Jackson.
Does it go all over the place? How old is he finishing?
Watch Mike. It's the Enterprise and the Miracle, and then the Laser Vago. Firefly's still got a lap to do, so leave not for her. The next one will be the Red Comet.
Right. Because he was.
And the one after is the Laser. Then not the Little Terror, but the Laser. The next Laser, Pete Gale, is the next to finish. Next two boats through the line have still got a lap to do. They're two of the training crew we've got on Laser 2000s. And the next boat to finish. And there's a Comet which has also got another lap to do. So the next boat to finish will be the Phantom of 1383, that's Alan Jones. Sorry, Andy Beardshaw. No, I think he's finished. I think Andy may have finished already, actually. Yeah, the next. I think he's finished already, actually. So Mike will have that solution with Mark in with a red name on the front. It's next to finish. And Peter Anderson in the blue Laser will be the next boat. And then Alan Jones in the Phantom. Next boat to finish be Alistair Vines in the Firefly.
Yeah. That's right.
Followed by Pat Lloyd in the Comet. That's Alistair Vines and the Firefly. 4125. Pat Lloyd in Comet 600.
This Firefly got another lap? Yeah.
Unfortunately.
We're having a wake up there.
Rookie Firefly still got a lap to do. Next boat to finish should be the Comet Duo of Pete Riley, followed by the Miracle of Don Ricardo. Witnessing the witnesses at work. And the next boat to finish will be, I think, Andrew Jackson in the mirror. I think this goes
What about Bill? Is Bill?
Bill, I don't know. He started late. He's done his Okay, next boat to finish be the Mirror of Andrew Jackson. That's 59966, followed by GP14 11216 of Bill Turley, and the laser Ian Sykes. That's 35176. And another. Now, while the disc was being changed, GP14 11216 was finished, as has GP 10514 and Enterprise 23228 and Rocket 3246. Yes.
I don't think he has great that one.
He was. I videoed him alongside Adrian on the, when I was out with Mike, which was doing his first lap. And the next boat finishing will be Comet 0 172. Still got to go round.
I see you now. You're seeing it with
I think he will I think he's done his too. I've got. Check. Yeah, Andy Shirley next to finish in solo 2865. Right, nobody else finishing for a while, turn the video off. So there's still about 13 boats racing, mainly from the rookie fleet. Come the next group of boats coming up for their finish. Firefly there with Lynn Turley in, followed by the Mirror of Andrew Jackson. Then there's a couple of toppers. I think that lead one is probably Josh Beardshaw, and keeping up with him very well is Beth Sykes. This next boat coming up to finish is Lynn Turley in the Firefly 3477. Get the gun in a moment. Boats to finish are coming up now. Next three boats. There are two toppers with Josh Beardshaw, there's Beth Sykes, and then Andrew Jackson in the Mirror, using a bit of experience to sneak around behind them. I think wind's gone a bit fluky. Who's going to get there first? That's the Mirror. And then Josh in topper 28579. And finally Beth in 19161.
If you don't beat it, she's got the...
Okay, next boat to finish will be Vicky Rose in Comet number 306. Another rookie. And then the last few to finish. Still a couple of mirrors beyond them. There's another topper with Dan Beardshaw. There's a Terror with Lawrence Sykes. There's Hayley Beardshaw in a Comet, Yellow Comet. And then the three Laser 2000s, which are having a really tight race with people off our current training course. So doing really well. There's two boats. That's the Topper 31 something 88, 388, and Terror number 19. Had a great race in the slowest boat. She's hung on to the Topper, done very well. Next boat will be the Comet of yeah, that was the Comet finishing. That's Hayley Beardshaw, the Yellow Comet. Right, then this is the race of the Laser 2000s, the training fleet, and it's being led by Gary with Garcia, and the next two tacking to come into the last mark. Gary and Garcia finishing, good for them. Next boat, Sam Farrow with his family in a Firefly, another rookie. Followed by 2 more first racers off our training course. There's Greg Payne in the far boat 2120 and Mark Pillen in 21163. Here come the last couple of boats to finish. There's a mirror here, 59966. Okay, give it 2. Yeah. That's the penultimate boat, 36 finishing. Final boat is just rounding the last mark now, another mirror with some more novices. That's Stan Dunnage and Richard Rose. Let's try and get them in shot. Meanwhile,
Mike, you may as well leave those couple of boys out there for training this afternoon, right?
Stan Beedshaw playing around, having completed his race, celebrating his race of Bart's Bash. Final burst of acceleration from the last boat. Stan and Richard coming up to finish. And that's it, that's the end of Bart's Bash race at Redditch Sailing Club. Still some boats on the water enjoying it. The shot of our witnesses at work. And other people enjoying the sun on the balcony of the Redditch Sailing Club.